You currently have huge goals for your business. You really want to help people this year. And it feels like you're almost there, but something is holding you back. There is a fear of being seen, putting yourself out there more. And deep down, you know that this is because the things that you are using right now with your clients isn't making you feel confident that it will work. Like you're getting good results, but some are hit or miss, and there's just that feeling deep down that something's missing with what you're doing. And this is happening to you not because you're not skilled, it's not because you're not good enough, and all that bullshit, right? That is not the case. The reason why this is happening is just because how you were trained. You were trained traditionally. You were trained how to do the scripts. You are trained to do the NLP with a swish pattern, dissociation, association, control room, or even basic as fuck questions to ask that are superficial level layered in your coaching certifications. And when you try all of this and it doesn't work on your client, it affects your confidence and you think that something is wrong with you when it's not really you, it's the approach that you're using. A lot of the times, your clients can smell these cookie cutter basic results or basic methods that you're using because it's not really client centered, even though they claim to be. And, if I were to go to a client and say, you imagine that your problem is on top of a movie screen and then just dissolve it. Let's get real here. That's not real life, right? That's just dissociation. And that's actually quite maladaptive for a lot of clients. And so when you use these techniques, when you think that relaxing the nervous system is going to be the best thing, if you think that adding more certifications is the problem to this, it really isn't because it's completely ignoring the very, very important person in the room, which is your client. If you have to master a symptom, like how to release chronic pain, how to get rid of imposter syndrome, like how to deal with a gut by giving it suggestions, that is still technique based, not client based. There's a massive difference between learning what to say to clients versus what to listen for in your sessions so that you can help your clients guide their answers. And in order for you to get out of, that imposter syndrome feeling, in order for you to be confident in your skills and put yourself out there, you need a different skill set. And this skill set is something that traditional trainings completely miss. This is something that I completely disagree with. If I look at a career curriculum of a clinical diploma, even, it has something that is completely missing, which is assessing the client. As a clinical person, having had 15 years in nursing, my brain is very clinical. And when I was trained in these traditional methods, it was missing client assessment skills, which is super duper important. If you don't know how to adapt to the person in front of you, no wonder why you're not confident, right? Like if you came in and thought that it was just like a chronic back pain and you're just going to read the script and the back pain of the client goes away, and it may work, it may not. Like, do you expect to stand out with that very basic service? And again, this is not your fault because this is how you were trained, but you know deep down that the next level is to completely know how to work with clients, completely understand, not just at a cognitive level, how the brain and body works. It's by seeing it in action. It is by seeing the difference with a client saying, oh my God, this problem is so heavy, to at the end of that first session, your client goes, holy shit, I can't believe you helped me when no one else have. That is the skill that you need to learn. And unfortunately, you're not going to learn this in any diploma, certification, or any of the traditional things that you've taught, because this is an assessment skill. This is a very highly specialized skill that, lucky for you, I am really, really good at teaching. So inside my neurosync trainings, what I teach practitioners is how to assess their clients. And not just that, we go next level, how to help your clients assess themselves so that they can find their answer. If you know the questions to ask, the investigatory questions to ask about why the problem exists in that client life, why they're stuck to it, why this presenting problem is the presenting problem that is showing up now. Meanwhile, it's actually not the real problem. How to get to the real problem, what questions to ask, what to look for, how to know that the changes are going to last more than your session, even after your session for months and years forward, then I mean, wouldn't that make you more confident? Wouldn't that be a valuable skill that will help you to just show up? Because, I mean, if all of your focus is on the client, and if the client leads the session, which is the main principle of the neurosync method, your client leads the session. Okay, you just ask the questions. So if your client leads the session, how can it not work, right? How can it not work? Your client leads the session, your client heals himself, your client has the answers. And so by using that approach 100% of the time, how can your client not solve the problem? It's almost impossible, right? This is why the results you have now are hit or miss. It's because it's missing this main principle. And when you have this proven framework to resolve problems within the first session, there's literally hundreds of hours of proof of this, then you are going to be that person that clients rave about. You are going to be that go-to expert. And if you keep on just going through the basic what is expected of you trainings, you're going to waste time, you're going to waste money, and you're still going to be confused because it is missing the very, very important skill that you need to have, which is work with a dynamic person in front of you with the really, really important simple basics of how the nervous system works, why it's keeping the client exactly how they are, and how to influence it to change right then and there. So if this is something that is important to you, if client results are important to you, if you want to be someone who is the go-to expert, if you want clients to rave about you as a person to give them the fastest and most profound transformations, then you need to be in the NeuroSync program because that is exactly what it's going to give you. Freedom, confidence, and becoming that expert, which will just pay you dividends in your life.